The Edmonton Oilers will take on the Washington Capitals down at Rogers Place. The Capitals on the second half of a back-to-back after defeating the Calgary Flames last night. The Oilers, they're leaking a bit of oil right now, losers of 2 in a row. It has been a bad week in oil country, and we're here looking to change the vibes. Live from the beautiful Jasper Park Lodge, taking pre-gaming on the road. But hello and what up? It's brought to you, as you can see here on your table, by Bet365, 19 plus. Please play responsibly, because say it with me, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. It is a special edition of pre-gaming this evening. We are down here at Jasper. The Pond Hockey Tournament has now officially concluded. Tyler is my co-host. For a little bit, we're going to have a revolving door of your favorite nation hosts. We got everybody down here. We've even got Johnny Lazarus. We got Ryder. I'm bringing Reese on the show. Shout out the Flames Nation producers for helping us set up this show. But I regret to inform you all that Team Flames Nation did win our division in the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. Tyler?
I mean, we lost 2 one-goal games, right? They beat us by 1. That allowed them to get into the finals. We had a chance to maybe backdoor it today, but again, we lost to Aaron Volpati by 1. So a little bit frustrating there, but and that's just because I'm a competitor. But
it was nice to see the competitive side of Tyler. I always get to hear the beer league stories that you come in for ONE, and I saw that little glimmer in his eye.
You know what?
There was one I turned over the puck just brutally in the neutral zone. I'm trying my hardest.
Yeah,
and Ty looks at me, and I could just see the disappointment in his eye, like just a mad, disappointed father. And I turned and I went, I'm trying, man. I'm trying my best.
But I'm mad until I step off the ice. Then,
you never get mad at me. You get mad at people that are good and can't get that have expectations. You were great to me.
Yeah.
Overall review of the game?
You were good. Again, you can move. you can get your feet going. And I do think you obviously don't play a lot of hockey. So if we were to do this again next weekend, you would be probably 20 times better because you know how the game works. It's a weird tournament. It's pond hockey.
There's weird strategy to it.
Yeah, the rink is maybe, if a traditional hockey rink is 200 feet, this is 40 by 20 maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
There's no space. You have no time to think. Hands are really important. There's not a lot of time when you get the puck to think about okay, is a lane opening up, whatever. You need to get it and be ready to either beat someone one-on-one or get it off your stick. So it's tough, man. It really is a tough game. But we held our own. Oilers Nation got a win at the end, so we didn't go over, but we didn't get a chance. We could have played in the B final. We went into the hot tub, and the other team was in there, and we were both kind of we're good, right?
We're good. We're ready to buckle up here, hunker down, watch some Edmonton Oilers hockey. Now, I can say this is my first time at the JPL in general. This is my first Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. This place is unbelievable, man. God. It is. I said, I pulled in. I drove by myself last night, got there 20 minutes before our first game. And I pulled in and was like, is this an Italian mob compound? It's so big. It's so spread out. There's so many different cabins, lodges all over the place. And the amenities, the everything we saw earlier today. Poor Reese, man. I'm pretty sure last night, we went to bed at 3:30, 4 a.m. He was up bright and early to go do
I can't believe you guys stayed up that late.
I can't believe that. I can totally believe that. It was beers in bed at around 4 a.m. last night, watching Cash Cab in the room.
Oh, Reese.
Oh, my
a little caffeine
Lord.
kick for the gentleman.
Look at that.
You're a scholar.
I got to
Reese.
take a sip of this. I'm going to spill.
Yeah.
As you see, folks, hope will never die.
And we need hope tonight because they've lost 2 in a row.
Hey, we need it bad. We need a win real bad. But just again, the JPL, it has been an unbelievable weekend. I can't wait to come back next year already. This place is, this is what the mountains are all about. And it's always that moment where I'm like, man, I really take it for granted that I live 4 hours away from the beautiful Rocky Mountains where people travel. They save up. They'll come from the other side of the world to come to this spot. And I'm like, I guess after work on Friday, I could drive up to Jasper. Come on, Bordzy.
To come to my work event.
There was part of me on Friday that was like, man, I got to drive by myself to Jasper. Bordzy, you're a bitch, man.
Solo road tripping, though? Kind of fun.
Pardon my take. Dude, saved them up. I had a freshie episode yesterday that dropped, so we crushed the entire thing. It was unbelievable. But last night, We were partying in the gardener's cabin. I'm very excited to get back in there this evening. However, my plan is to be out of this place by like 7, 8 a.m. tomorrow because, Tyler, the Patriots play at 1 p.m.
Oh, they're the 1 p.m.
I got to be back on my couch by 1 p.m., man.
Oh, so I'm the opposite. Like
Oh.
the last couple of years, Amber and I have had to rush out of here, obviously, to watch the Bills because we've got to get back for the football.
Oh,
game.
they're not playing?
No.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't.
okay.
That was too
That's
much. That was too far.
But tomorrow, Amber and I were talking about how, like, oh man, we can like wake up at 10. We're gonna like go to the hot tub for an hour. We're gonna walk around the resort. We're gonna go stop at Folding Mountain Brewery for a little
good
bit.
wind down day.
Yeah, we'll have a nice wind down day. But I would rather be in your spot.
Yeah. It is nice to be in the AFC Championship game again. Jared Stidham, your ass is mine, brother. But that's discussion for tomorrow. First things first, got to get caught up in the chat. All you lovely individuals, come on. You should have came on the JPL tournament. You should have came down here. I hope you have FOMO right now. And you can see some of the vibes behind us. This place is about to start filling up. Austin kicks it off because, of course, he does.
Yep.
Bordzy, fire up this fucking band, baby. The rest of you, bring the vibes, chill the bevies. Let's get this train back on the rails. Remember, it's a cup year. Hope will never die. Lance Kane then came in with an oddly glowing review. He said, Bordzy is a good friend to have. I honestly love partying with Brett and Bordzy every game day. They are fun and funny. I am proud to be a member of this community.
AI ass.
Thanks. Then Northside Norm also chimed in. I too agree that Bordzy and Brett are upstanding members of the community. So thanks, boys. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the gassing me up. And
what is this? What is it? Why were they typing?
I don't know.
That?
I don't know why Lance was doing that. Lance has been, the voicemails were basically invented for Lance. He's been leaving different weird ones night in, night out, asking me to come pick him up because he's pantsless downtown. He asked me if I was still in on to go 50-50 on a blow-up doll at points. Lance is taking the voicemail line and run with it. So that should be a reminder. You see it pinned at the top of the YouTube chat right now. Pre-game, post-game, you want to give us a hype speech? We probably could have used that for the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament, or post-game, let your thoughts rip. I love getting real questions. I love getting crazy. We had David Attenborough leave a voicemail. We had Arnold Schwarzenegger leave a voicemail. I've requested for them to take more advantage of like AI manipulation. And I never want to know who's actually leaving the voicemail.
Yeah, use AI to make a voicemail. Now a family in Flint, Michigan doesn't have electricity for a month. Good one, Aaron.
Tyler's on fire already. Levi's in. He says, I have a feeling Monji gets on the board tonight. You know who else had that thought?
Jay Downton.
Jay Downton. Actually, I need to get on that squad round. I'm going to need to actually see the details a little bit later on.
I got a deposit.
That totally reminds me, Brett. I didn't do Bordzy's bankroll, so we're going to do that live at the end of the show.
And rip.
Maybe some more. Get everybody involved. And like the parlay you guys made is absolutely ridiculous.
Crazy.
On ONE earlier today, and me and Pat are sitting in the background listening, and we look at each other and we went, man, that's such a dumb parlay to make. But I'm going to ride it because what if that hits? I cannot miss out. Cannot have the FOMO of that. Amanda said second half of a back-to-back after beating the Flames. I've seen this movie before. That's right. The New Jersey Devils, they beat the Flames before beating the Oilers. Then the Pittsburgh Penguins, they did the same. Washington last night defeated the Calgary Flames by a score of 3-1, which we always talk about. I would prefer the team wins the first half of a back-to-back. I don't know how real it is that they are more likely to take their foot off the gas, but you could argue there's less urgency than if you had dropped the first one. So do you agree with that?
I do.
I don't know.
Well, and also remember, we brought Hutz on the show.
True, actually,
and we actually asked him that. It was like, hey, like you play in the NHL, like, do you take your foot off the gas? And he kind of said, like, yeah, the vibe in the room is kind of like you're playing with house money a little bit. And what's disappointing about the Oilers is, like, let's be honest, that stat should have paid off. That whole situation should have came to fruition in both of those last two hockey games. Like, Edmonton played like garbage in the first.
They looked like the team on the second half back-to-back.
The first 40 minutes against New Jersey were terrible, and New Jersey was doing nothing to take advantage of it. So the Oilers, if they would have played half-decent hockey in the front half of that New Jersey game, they win. If they would have played half-decent hockey out of the gates against Pittsburgh, they don't go down 3-0. So what's frustrating is that, again, you have these opportunities on home ice against teams on a back-to-back. Like, these are situations where elite teams that want to win their division, you take advantage of these instances. So frustrating for the Oilers to have these losses where, like, oh, it's purely because you aren't playing well enough.
They just had no attention to detail, especially that Penguins game. No one could complete a pass. Connor McDavid, he hasn't been good this week. He's been very vocal about it as well. Leon Draisaitl obviously wasn't good on Thursday. He gets a pass from me. Obviously, the man was jet lagged. He landed at, we believe, 3 p.m. that day. All the power to him. All the props to him for playing in that hockey game, but it definitely was not their best. And then it's furthermore, I've been banging this drum all season long that January is when the Oilers in previous years, they start to turn it on. They go on long runs. But you look at this month, how many home games they have. They have a shit ton of games in general, but how many at home and how many against teams that were either out of a playoff position or below 500. This was such a winnable stretch for the Edmonton Oilers, which makes this, once again, they got a large homestand right now, and they have dropped 2 of them back to back. We haven't won 3 games in a row. We can't lose 3 in a row.
Like, I know the loser point can prop teams up, and that's the same thing across the board. The Edmonton Oilers still, at this point, have lost more games than they've won this year. Like, that shouldn't happen. This team should be better than that.
Yeah, every time you say that, I don't know, it kind of makes me shudder and cringe. And I kind of do the addition, and I go, fuck.
And I haven't looked at the standings in a couple of days, but there are only 2 teams in the Pacific Division who have won more games than they've lost, and it's San Jose and Anaheim. Vegas is weirdly enough in the same boat as the Edmonton Oilers. They got a lot of loser points. Yeah, like the loser points can prop you up, and that can be a curse or a blessing. But for the Oilers, they need to go on a run here right away. And you just said it. They haven't won 3 in a row. They need a run where they win 6 straight, and we just kind of all sit back and go, exhale. Oh, yeah, they are a legit Stanley Cup contender, and they're good.
And what is so frustrating is I thought after last weekend we had back-to-back shutties. I was like, okay, this is it. This is where the Edmonton Oilers start.
That's what
to
makes
put
that New Jersey game so frustrating.
Bullshit, man. 40 minutes of – you start that game at 8:22 p.m. and you give me that effort out on the ice?
Yeah.
How dare you, Edmonton
You make
Oilers.
Aaron work until 1 o'clock in the morning to do that?
With that? Are you kidding me? Also, this one really made me laugh, Tyler. Dariata. I can barely see that gambling logo, boys. Aren't they paying you enough for a bigger one?
It's cool. It's a physical sign.
It's nice. All right. You're lucky it's not plugged in because it is bright as hell. It is. Also, you guys can't see it, but there is a dartboard right over the camera.
We're going to throw these before I leave, right?
We got these. We'll save it for a little bit later.
Yeah, okay,
we'll save it for a little bit later.
Also, I love when people say stuff like that because it's like, you're getting the show for free. Someone has to pay our salaries, Daria.
We love Bet365.
I have a mortgage.
I need to pay bills, and Bet365, they're fantastic. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Then there was another one. Somebody said to me, they asked me basically, there it was from Vinny. So yesterday, we're taking on Flames Nation at the Pond Hockey Tournament. I'm out there for the first 30 minutes of 40 minutes in that game. Tyler, I self-benched myself. I gave myself the Alec Regula treatment because it was go time. It was win time, and it was close. Somebody asked here, Bordzy, you were the Regula of the team. Are you sure you'll be invited next year? No, I'm not. Let's ask Tyler.
I'm sure you'll be invited to do
this.
Pretty close to
this. Once again, vibes guy. I was very straight up with my skill level.
I will say this too. I got a buddy on my beer league team too who's like, if you're going to be someone who's not like in the same skill level as your teammates, as long as you recognize that, there will never be an issue. The only thing that's bad, and I'll tell you off the air stories, like we had a teammate a few years ago who was not up to snuff, who thought they were, who when the game's close, they were like, do I go out? And I was like, no, you always don't. The fact you can be a vibes guy, you can go give us your hard 15 minutes a game, and then it's like, 1 goal game.
When it's crunch time, I'm not out there. I don't want that responsibility. I actually benched myself, and then it was like there was 60 seconds left in the game, and boys were just absolutely gassed. Like, Bordzy, come out on the ice. So you don't want that. Yeah. You don't want that.
But as long as you recognize it and you're like, I know what my role is, then it's all good. That almost ties into an Oilers conversation of like they need to go target more guys who are okay being bottom 6 players because we saw it with Arvidsson. Skinner was a bit more convoluted. I think Arvidsson's maybe the best example where like you bring him in here and you go, okay, you have to play a 3rd line role. And he kind of says like, I don't want to do that. And it doesn't work. And like, you need guys who are comfortable in their roles.
I'm a 3rd line checking grinder.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you. That made me feel better. That's my guy right there.
Matthias Janmark makes a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, that's very true. I got a 3-year deal. No movement clause.
Yeah.
Joe said, come on, Bordzy, you got a year to work on it. Yeah, I don't really get out to the ODR all that often. Kyle Buxton said, sick invite, Bordzy. What up, Buck? We appreciate you. And then Andrew said, I saw on Reels that Tyler had some game. So I love Tyler. I spent a lot of time with Tyler. We're good friends. He's very good at hockey. Tyler is very good at hockey.
I'm a good beer league
I was
player,
going to say,
though.
you can dangle.
Yeah.
You have dangles. You have the offensive skills. And there's a couple moments looking down, I went, damn, man, like that gives you good credibility. Unfortunately for myself, we don't have that over here, but we knew that about Boards. He's a vibes guy through and through.
I know how to score. I can score goals.
Yeah, it's true. You're very
That's
good.
all it is,
He's
yeah.
good. He was the leader of the team. Also, Ryder gave himself the C earlier
So
today.
funny.
He taped it on himself,
Yeah.
and then it just fell off of his jersey. I think Ryder is also going to join us here on Pregaming, but let's talk about it. So tonight we are going to get, for the Edmonton Oilers, one Connor Ingram in the crease. Now, I really did not like the decision from Chris Knobloch to start Tristan Jarry in that Thursday game. I thought it was weird because he's been so vocal about easing Tristan Jarry back into his workload. He's just coming off an injury, and we don't want to give him too much too fast type thing. And yes, I get it. It was his former team, so maybe that's one you just ask the guy straight up, do you want this game, yes or no? But I felt like after his Tuesday performance, which was not the best, I believe he allowed 2 goals. It was in an 800-something save percentage. Not his best effort. And then, boom, we hit Thursday, and shit hits the fan 3 minutes into the hockey game, which I'm not all putting that on Tristan Jarry by any means. The Oilers allowed a breakaway for one of those as an example, and Sidney Crosby with a disgusting tip. But I didn't like the start for one Tristan Jarry in that one, and it was because Connor Ingram is coming off of a 20-save shutout Sunday against the St. Louis Blues, and the fact that we sit here, he had a shutout, he was perfect in that game, and hasn't hit the ice in 6 days to start a game, that is weird to me. I don't understand that. I hope it is all just because it was the Penguins and Jarry wanted that matchup, but thoroughly, you look at Connor Ingram's numbers this season, he is now up to a 917 for the Edmonton Oilers. I used to pray for times like this, and here we are. Once again, only a 9-game sample size, so it is what it is. I'm very happy he's going to be in the crease, and it was funny last night when everybody's just full of beers and all kinds of booze, and we were talking goaltenders with a couple people, and everybody just kind of agreed and said, man, I just feel different when Connor Ingram's in the net. I feel confident. I feel safe in a weird way, or safer as we know his movements. He just seems like a much more technical goaltender, and the fact he was perfect in his last outing. I am very excited to see where he can hopefully pick up where he left off from.
Yeah, I'm with you in the sense I was surprised they didn't give him the start on Thursday, especially when they found out Stu Skinner wasn't starting. It's like, okay, let's just squash this whole, like, Jarry got his start earlier. There was no reason for it.
Yeah.
He played Pittsburgh earlier in the year, right after the trade was made. Ingram's interesting because it is, and I'm very wary on the fact it's a 9-game sample size. Yeah. I think there is a lot of potential here with the guy. I think you can go back to his days in Arizona when he was like a workhorse #1 goalie for a season and passed that test with flying colors. We also have seen Stuart Skinner go on runs for 10, 12, 15 games where he's looked like a guy who is a legit #1, where he's had for a month and a half, a 920 save percentage. So it's a longevity conversation for me with Connor Ingram. There's no denying, and everybody knew that his high end was good enough for this Oilers team and was, he's a guy who can rip off a run like this. We all knew he was capable of that, but I need to see it a little bit longer. I want to see this duo find its rhythm a little bit more as well.
They was getting tossed around last night with the booze. Is this the best goaltending duo the Oilers have had?
We're way.
Whoa. I had to have a couple moments where myself had to be like, all right, we are saying a little too much. Oh, look at that. We got kids.
I know there's kids running around.
We got kids running around the bar.
I love it.
Let's go.
The vibes are good here.
Your nephew's here as well, right?
Yeah, he's cruising around. He'll be here right away.
Loves the Oilers.
He's
a simple man, just like myself. Yeah. I love the Edmonton
Ask
Oilers.
him his favorite player. He says it's Silly Vasily.
No
That's
way.
his nickname. He's got a nickname for Bud Coles.
We call him Bordzy.
Bordzy.
And then he's got that.
Silly Vasily.
Now there's going to be – so there's no – it's the same 18-man unit here for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Kasperi Kapanen will not return to the lineup. Leon Draisaitl will be in, and hopefully he's rested up. Maybe he's not so jet-lagged, and we can expect to see a more patented Leon Draisaitl performance. But we do have a slightly different-looking lineup this evening. Brett, if you want to pull it up there, Top line, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, and one Zachary Martin-Hyman. Don't ever touch that. But it's the second line, Vasily Podkolzin with Leon Draisaitl and Andrew Mangiapane. Now, those three did play a healthy amount together in Thursday's game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. You see the rest of the lineup. Ike Howard with Roslovic and Savoy, Uncle Rozzy and the kids. Fourth line, Janmark, Curtis freaking laser beams, Lazar with Trent Frederick. Every time I say his name, it just comes out. Ekholm with Bouchard, Nurse with Ty Emberson, Jake Wallman with one Spencer Stastny. And there's me, Alec Regula as the seventh defenseman down there, but he won't be playing tonight. But what I want to talk about is Andrew Mangiapane, the bread man, getting a spot in the top six, because in that small sample size in Thursday night's game, they did look very good. In 6 minutes and 42 seconds at 5v5, shots were 4-0 in their favor, high danger chances 2-0 in their favor, and they had an expected goals for percentage of 96.91.
Wow.
Analytics nerds be loving that one. Also recently, I didn't have the heart to send it to Zach Lang, but I played a clip of Chris Knobloch talking about, expected goals for percentage. It isn't everything, but I read it a lot. And he was basically talking about how much that means to him and how much he values that.
He said in the past where they internally really track, if a player is struggling, they always say once they get to 6 or 7 expected goals, and if they haven't scored, that's when the organization and the coaching staff kind of views them as okay, that's a guy who's on the verge of breaking out. So it's interesting.
So we got to start tracking that so we can be profiting on that on Bet365.
Yeah, maybe.
But the bread man will be back in that spot with Leon Draisaitl and one Vasily Podkolzin. And the Andrew Mangiapane situation as a whole this year it's just been a weird one. We obviously remember he started out hot as a firecracker, 3 points in 3 games, playing up in the top 6, playing with Connor McDavid, and then it kind of crumbled a little bit there. His production hasn't been where we would have liked. 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points on the year. But here we are, dude, 52 games into the season. I believe this will be game number 53, and he is manning a top 6 role, and his name has been through the ringer in trade rumors. We have talked about it a lot. We've kind of been mean to Andrew Mangiapane. I have, you have, we've all done it. It's obviously his play has not been up to par, but there is something to be said, Ty, about having an NHL veteran that you can plug and play into the top 6 in a moment like this, a guy who does have 30-goal history before, and you can't put him in the top 6 with Leon and Capita. And I still I believe the Oilers will be trading Mangiapane before the NHL trade deadline. But this right here is exactly why they didn't pull the trigger earlier on in the season and kept him around. And hopefully tonight, let's just say it, up your trade value, brother. Let's have a multi-goal game tonight from the Breadman.
I see a comment from Mike who said, how many goals does Mange need to have for this season to be a success? I would be stunned even if he were to score 10 goals in the next 10 games. More. But even if he were to do that, I think they're trading him no matter what. I think the ship has sailed. I think the Oilers are going to value the cap flexibility going into next year. I think if someone was willing to step up, and keep in mind he's got a no-trade clause, if someone would have stepped up that he would agree to go to and said, hey, we'll take the full money, full term off you, the Oilers would have done it by now. So there is something to if he can rebuild the trade value, maybe some team outside of Edmonton starts to believe a little bit that, maybe it was just a bad start to the season here, and maybe we can find a way to unlock this guy a little bit more. So you want to see him have success because it'll help the team win, but also he's getting, I just don't see a world in which he's playing playoff games for the Edmonton Oilers. I'd be totally stunned.
And once again, there's the same situation kind of argument. I've made it on the show that even if you are putting Mangiapane in the lineup, I just feel like he's taking a role, usurping one that should be kept for maybe a young guy like a Matt Savoy, like an Ike Howard. And if we really
Matt Savoy be in the top 6 tonight, and there's a conversation to be had there.
Now I understand at the same time because Jack Roslovic and the kids here has slowly started to build up, but Matt Savoy goals in back-to-back games, he might be one deserving of that shot. Let's just up that trade value tonight for one Andrew Mangiapane. And then the other side of the enemy tonight, the Washington Capitals, once again coming in on the second half of a back-to-back, defeating the Calgary Flames by a score of 3-1 yesterday. That has his last name on the jersey. I was just looking at that. I was like, who's number 42? Alexander. Mike A. Big Mike. Shout out to him. But the Caps, obviously, they're out of a playoff position right now. I believe they're only 4 points out of the last wild card spot. And that game last night, that was a big win for the Capitals because before that, they had lost 4 consecutive hockey games in a row. And they need to start stringing some wins together if they want to be back into the playoffs like they were last season. When you look at this team, obviously, led by one Alexander Ovechkin. He's tied for the team lead in points. Tom Wilson tied with him. He actually has the team lead in goals. Tom Wilson was banged up as well recently. Missed 2.5, 3 weeks there, and boom, he came back in the lineup last night. Expected to be out there again this evening. And this Capitals team, they're tough, they're physical, they do have good goaltending. However, we do not expect it to be Logan Thompson tonight. Who dodged a bullet on that one, and we do expect one Charlie Lindgren. I don't believe, though, it has been absolutely confirmed yet.
And I'm
still
assuming
unconfirmed.
Warm-ups should start in about 10 minutes, so we should have the answer right away.
That's why you pregame with Bordzy, boys and girls. But Tyler, the Washington Capitals, it's always nice when you get to take on Alexander Ovechkin. I'm sure Saturday night in Edmonton, Rogers Place, those ticket prices went up a little bit when the Great 8 comes to town. But your thoughts on the matchup tonight?
Yeah, always fun when Ovi comes to town. This might be Ovi's last trip to Edmonton. It's kind of a storyline that no one nationally is talking about all that much, but like there's a very real chance this is Alexander Ovechkin's last season. As far as the Washington Capitals go, a very disappointing year for them. They're outside of the playoff picture. Part of that is because the East has been so competitive, and there's a bit of a mush forming there. But they're a good hockey team, and they play hard, man. That team buys in under Spencer Carberry. He is one of the best coaches in the NHL.
He's real good.
Really, really good. So they're going to play hard, like second to back-to-backs, backup goalie starting, all that. I don't think Washington cares all that much. I think they're a team that gets rejuvenated on a daily basis because that culture that Carberry's kind of ignited there is so strong. So, yeah, you're going to have to play real hard tonight if you're the Oilers. This is not a situation where they can bring their B or C level and win this hockey game. Like, Edmonton needs to show, coming off a couple of bad performances, that, okay, we can kick this thing into high gear and give our A-level hockey.
Yeah, and I think after how vocal Connor McDavid was after that last hockey game, and I'll say it, he wasn't great against the New Jersey Devils either. He was fumbling pucks, visibly frustrated. He was absolutely pissed on the bench at one point, and we all saw the post-game interview. He was aware, knows he's the leader of this team, has to lead from the front. There's no way McDavid's having another bad hockey game tonight. I saw Liam. What did he put? McDavid 3+ points.
Yeah.
So he believes in it as well. I'm expecting a big night from the Oilers' top dogs, and Leon Draisaitl obviously jet lagged, but I'm sure even him that he didn't obviously sleep well because of the jet lag and because he did not have his best effort. Leon spent half that game completely hunched over, and the backhand no-look spinoramas per 60 they were up for one Leon Draisaitl.
But that's what's frustrating when the Oilers are struggling. They feel the need to want to get cute and try to make these high-end plays, and it's really.
Do you remember the 4-on-1 and they didn't get a fucking shot off?
A shot. You don't get a shot on net. That's maddening.
That was unbelievable. They passed it all the way over to Matthias Ekholm, and he just fumbled it and had it below the goal line. It was unbelievable stuff. Tyler, I appreciate you. I think I might be doing a little swap out with you now, but let me ask you, score prediction, anytime goal scorer, and is there anything specific on Bet365 that you love to – tell me the parlay.
Actually, sure. Evan Bouchard, first goal. I'm all in on that.
Sick.
Nice. When you get a free token on these, you got to do something crazy. So Evan Bouchard's my goal scorer. I think the Edmonton Oilers will win this hockey game 5-2. Mr. Bordato. Zach Hyman, juice him up to 4 shots and take it. I think it's like plus 180 along those lines. Somewhere around plus 180. Zach Hyman to 4 shots is a bet that I'm going to be rolling with pretty hard here.
Zach Hyman's been hot lately, dude.
And he's been ripping pucks. So, I like Hyman's shot prop. And then our squad bet, if you missed O&E earlier today. Money line, Hyman point, Mangiapane goal, Hyman 3 shots, Ingram over 23.5 saves, McDavid 3 points, $10 into 610. Forget about it.
All right, let me get one.
Oh, that was close. I did get a bullseye earlier.
Not even close.
Yeah, bring that aim down a little. Oh, that was
wasn't
dead on.
already in the bullseye.
Yeah, that was a bull.
But it doesn't count. It doesn't count. All right, Tyler, we love you. We appreciate you. Little swapsy action here. Let me
Ryder's
give you.
keeping his fancy coat on.
I love you. I appreciate you. Need to know info brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Only the finest tasting meat products earn the Wilhauk name. Made from 100% Alberta beef. Their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size, as you can find their jerky, sausage, and other products exclusively out of their Leduc location. And for more information and to get yo jerky on, head on over to WilhaukBeefJerky.com as I welcome in the best dressed guy here at the Jasper Park Lodge. This Stud Rider has been putting together, knocking my socks off. The other day, I walked into the office on Friday, and I just looked you up and down, and all I said was 1,000 yeses, 1,000 times yes. Ryder, it's my first time at the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. It's your first time at the at the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. What a time! What a vibe, brother.
I am having the best time ever.
I liked your post today, and you went, "It's hard to have the perfect day." Today was the perfect day.
It was, man. We did the cold plunge this morning. I've never really done it. I've gotten in a cold tub before, but I've never saunaed and then deep dived into a frozen lake.
You went head under twice too.
Oh, sign me
Which
up.
they don't recommend, right? They don't recommend that.
Wish I could do that every day of my life.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. You even got out on the ice earlier today.
Yep.
So how'd you feel?
Well,
You scored a goal.
I replaced you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So I think
There you go.
everybody was pretty pumped.
Oh yeah.
with
Oh yeah. Oh, we've been talking about it. We've been talking about it. Everybody knows. Vibes got it. There was no surprises about Bordzy's game. It was nice too. Tyler he was coaching me in like the last it was like this morning's game and last night's game. I was like, time out there on the ice, like, because pond hockey has weird strategy to it, right? Like there's not so much room and you gotta kind of, some of these teams, just the moment they cross half, just fire that puck right into the thing.
I just went wherever nobody else was, and I felt safe.
I just put, boom, backdoor tap in. I'm right here. Yeah, bank it off my stick. And they did a couple times. So shout out to them.
Even if I was playing like right D and I was way back, I just sit there ready for the pass. That's it. Good.
Playing right D. Also, I see you got a super chat in your reminder. All your super chats are in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation, a cause that does incredible things for families going through very hard times. And it's my queen, Tammy, says $20 for catch-up donation and $10 for tonight. Win or lose. Love you, boys. Heart stick taps for Ben always and for Pond Hockey Love. Do you think tonight at the Gardener's Cabin will get as wild as last night did?
I hope it gets wild.
I hope it does. But last night it was flowing. We drank that cabin dry.
Yeah.
We had to send Maddie out. Beautiful. Den mother. She does amazing stuff here for Oilers Nation. I think I went out and bought like another $800 of booze today because we ran out of booze. It's a tough gig. It's a tough job over here. We work hard. We play hard.
I think my last 2 drinks last night were bubblies. And they weren't because I wanted bubblies, but
just had to.
That's what was available.
Dude, I just looked at Gardner's Cabin. Like, there's so many bottles of hard liquor. And I looked at it, and I looked at Pat, and I went, I know what I have to do. I just don't know if I have the strength to do it. I do. Who am I kidding? I have the strength to do it.
Get up for it.
My plan is to be I'm a big New England Patriots fan.
Yeah.
They play tomorrow, AFC Championship game at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting to leave at like 7:30, trying to get that drive.
I think
we'll see.
Bet 365 if he makes it home in time, the over/under. I'm saying it ain't happening.
It's the New England Patriots. I will make my way home. For Drake May, I would do anything. So I'm very. So that's part of me. I'm nervous. So I'm like, there's gonna be a point where I have to be like, Brett, that damn soundboard. I tell you sometimes. Yeah, we'll see if I make it home in time, but. Go Patriots, go Oilers. For your need-to-know information, as this is still a pregame show, kind of forgot that for a moment. The Oilers, this is their second meeting this season with the Washington Capitals. Edmonton lost 7-4 back on November 19th. Yeah. Tom Wilson had 2 goals in that one. Ryan Leonard had 2 goals in that one. Logan Thompson got the dub, but he ain't going to be in the net tonight for the Washington Capitals. They're on the second half of a back-to-back. Ryder, you would normally think that's a good thing. But already this week, the New Jersey Devils were on the second half of back-to-back. After beating Calgary, then they worked the Oilers. The Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Calgary Flames. Then on the second half of back-to-back, they worked the Edmonton Oilers. Last night, the Washington Capitals beat the Calgary Flames, and what tonight?
You gotta think we're due.
We're so due. We're so due. The Oilers, this has been a very disappointing week of Edmonton Oilers hockey after such an incredible weekend. Pre and post was awesome last weekend. I had no complaints on anybody in these last two games. The Oilers, they need to dig deep here, and they gotta put their best foot forward and show it on the ice tonight.
We have proven that we can't win 3 in a row. I don't want to prove that it's easier to lose 3 in a row at home.
The inverse,
and all
God,
of
no.
the teams on a back-to-back, we have to win tonight.
And then, actually, if you want to add on to it, our next game, what is it, Monday, Tuesday, when they're taking on the Anaheim Ducks? They're on the second half of a back-to-back, playing Calgary the night before. So it's a very frustrating point in the schedule. Like, these are such winnable matchups for the Oilers. They got to take advantage of them. One thing of note that I want to mention for the Oilers, because I thought this was incredible. Edmonton's PK has been, and I'll use the word, elite recently. So get this. They've killed off 8 consecutive penalties in their last 4 hockey games. But they have killed off 31 of 34 since December 23rd. Whoa. That is the best penalty kill percentage in the entire NHL in that span at 91.2%. It's been an unbelievable turnaround for the Oilers. Penalty kill special teams this year. We always talk special teams with the Oilers. You immediately think power play. It's no shit. They're number 1 in the NHL. But, dude, the ability to have, and it's a crazy statement, momentum building penalties and like kills that after they have them, you're starting to get a little bit of motion. God forbid a white boy get a little bit of motion. And then you put out Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid afterwards. The PK been a huge asset for the Edmonton Oilers recently.
When you look at the playoff runs from the past couple of years,
totally.
Like the penalty
they locked
kill
in.
Changed the landscape of a lot of games.
It was Brown Mark featuring Rico is what I would say. It was Connor Brown, Matthias Janmark, Adam Henrique, obviously the Nuge. But, yeah, man, they've been doing a really good job. Obviously, the greatest recommendation I could give, don't go to the box. Try to avoid taking minor penalties. That's obviously easier said than done. And Pods, maybe don't take 17 minutes in penalties tonight. But if you have to kill a motherfucker, you're going to have to do it.
He only deserves 7.
Dude, that was ridiculous. I hate the 10-minute. What is the point of that?
Stupid.
If you're going to give an instigator, sure, I get that. Yeah, he started the fight. Absolutely.
Agreed.
Why 10 minutes? Whatever. It is what it is. Connor Ingram starts the game for the Edmonton Oilers. As for the enemy, the Washington Capitals, they own a 25-21-6 record, 6th in the Metro, 4 points out of the last wildcard spot. Thank you. I did get the parlay. It's plus 6,000. That's what the squad ride bet is. Unbelievable.
God damn.
So we'll ride. Actually, we'll place that right now. Washington is 4-6-0 in their last 10 hockey games. However, they had lost 4 consecutive games in a row before defeating the Calgary Flames last night. So Jacob Chychrun got banged up last night against the Calgary Flames. That he was listed as day-to-day with an undisclosed injury, but we did get word earlier. I think we expect him to be in the lineup, while Pierre-Luc Dubois has been on IR since October 31st. Spooky with an abdomen injury. Then Tom Wilson, as I said, he had missed the last 2.5 weeks-ish. He was back against Calgary and back in the lineup this evening. Charlie Lindgren expected to start 7-6-2 record, 3.19 goals against with an .888 save percentage. To that I say, thank the Lord it's not Logan Thompson.
Oh my goodness.
Woo.
Like
Woo.
4 stretches this year, he has looked like the best goaltender in the NHL, which is a lot to say. Like if you're
There's
the
some good
best
names up there.
goaltender in the league, and there's been 2-3 game stretches where he looks unbeatable.
Do you want game 1 of the Olympics? I'll say like the round robin game number 1. Do you want Logan Thompson in the net? Do you want Jordan Binnington in the net?
I would put Binnington 3rd. I don't even know if he's dressing.
But that's the thing, right? He's good. Brett, that was hilarious. I would assume that as well, but by that logic, he shouldn't be on the team.
Correct.
In general, he's so bad. So I'm a little bit nervous that Binnington might usurp. Like, there's no way it should be anybody but Logan Thompson.
I was thinking,
but there's something about the ice in the veins of Jordan Binnington.
If you put Binnington in game 1 and he does bad, then you go Thompson
Then
and
boom,
ride
you're
him
done.
out.
Yeah.
Whereas if you put Thompson in first game and he has a bad game, then you're stuck with Binnington. I don't think you want that. So
Or Jordan Binnington just has that clutch psycho gene in him where he's just
Yeah.
able to pull a rabbit out of his ass at some point, and it'll be very interesting to see. But either way, no Logan Thompson tonight for the Washington Capitals. Let's go now. Home team lineup brought to you by Oodle Noodle, baby. Download the app today. Earn loyalty rewards points when you sign up. You can take advantage of one of the many awesome deals they've got going on. My favorite, the $2 deal. Any premium or regular box for $2, you can get 2 green onion cakes or 5 spring rolls or 6 deep fried wontons. Ryder, that's a deal that's a value deal you can't beat. $2 for 2 green onion cakes. You aware how big a green onion cake is?
huge. I have never regretted ordering Oodle Noodle,
No.
and I have regretted a lot of my orders.
That's true. That's true, actually. Yeah, I've had my DoorDash. I hate going through
Yeah.
some of my orders sometimes. I'm just disgusted with myself. Never with
Never
Oodle
Oodle
Noodle.
Noodle.
And every ad read I do this, I go, fuck Walkbox. You know what? Anyone can get it. I hate Walkbox. I don't know what it is. I'm a loyal man, obviously, but we'll leave it at that. Brett, if you want to throw it up for me, line up for the Edmonton Oilers once again so people know. Nuge, McDavid, Hyman,
McHuge.
Bordzy, McHuge merch. Where can they get it?
McHuge merch available now, nationgear.ca.
Unbelievable. I got to get me one of those.
They're nice.
I got to get me. They did look nice.
They're nice.
I was like, damn, Ryder, your first merch drop?
My first ever merch drop, yeah.
Always remember your first. Always remember your first. Second line, Bordzy, Vasily Podkolzin with Leon Draisaitl and the breadman Andrew Mangiapane. Interesting choice there. Your third line, the Iceman, the best-looking guy here, Ike Howard, with one Jack Roslovic and Matt Savoy. Fourth line, Freddie, Curtis, frickin' laser beams, Lazar, and Matthias Janmark. Deep pairings, Ekholm with Bouchard, Darnell Nurse with Ty Emberson, and Jake the Snake Wallman with one Spencer Stastny. So I guess let me ask you your reaction. Andrew Mangiapane in the top 6, playing alongside Leon Draisaitl and one Vasily Podkolzin. And there's an argument that could be made. Maybe that should have been Matt Savoy's opportunity. Maybe it should be a Jack Roslovic opportunity. Savoy has goals in back-to-back games. Roslovic, we just know, is very talented and fits in well there. But I think the choice to put Mangiapane on the second line means that Nobby, he is committed to this Uncle Jack Roslovic and the kids trio.
Yeah.
Matt Savoy, the Iceman, with Rozzy down the middle, and that, hey, Kasperi Kapanen, it's not a long-term injury, so I do think the Breadman is a placeholder until our boy Cheeks comes back. But good opportunity for Mangiapane here, where me and Tyler were just saying, let's get 2 goals, up that trade value, and get the hell out of town.
Well, at this point, it's if he does really well tonight, maybe it's a 4th round pick instead of a 6th.
Come
Let's
on,
get it.
come on, give it to me. Let's get it, let's get it. And then the other thing, Connor McDavid, he was brutal Thursday night against the Pittsburgh Penguins. He was not good against the New Jersey Devils, but he was especially bad in that Thursday game. He was very vocal about it. You could see the frustration. He was pissed on the bench. How many points for Connor McDavid tonight? Because you got Saturday night, Washington Capitals, a legend in Ovi coming to town. They've dropped 2 in a row. Something tells me McDavid's he's gonna give us something special tonight.
Like, I think a 4-point night is not ridiculous for McDavid.
Liam bet 3+ points,
Yeah.
and I'm in on that.
Yeah.
I'm in on that. Let's ride, as the kids say. Oil country, let's ride. Final buzzer. Mangiapane on the second line for 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm sure we could see the line blender come out eventually throughout this game. Andrew says it. I just want 2 points. Amen, brother. I think we all do. It's been a tough week. It's been a tough week. Not a tough weekend for us,
Yeah.
but Oilers-wise hasn't been the best. And the fact that we have to hang out with so many Flames Nation guys here this evening, they just won the whole tournament.
Barn burner did?
Yeah, well, they won our division. They won our That's what I think about that. Shout out Flames Nation producers, though. They helped set up this whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
So
Lovely.
shout out to the boy Jack and RJ.
But
They do fantastic work. But once again, that's right. That's right. Starting goaltender report brought to you by Dog Patch. Keep it locked on the Oilers Nation socials. Me and Brett, the crew, the ONAD pregame crew, we're going to be there throughout the season. They've got unbelievable menu items. Dude, there's a bakery down there as well. What a nice addition to join the office. And you see that there's a bakery and an awesome restaurant bar with unbelievable food.
yeah, it's a little bit tough. I do like intermittent fasting in the mornings.
Oh,
So I don't eat until noon, and I come in and I'm there at the same time as the bakers. I can smell that like jalapeno cheese sourdough
the
that they
pizza
got going
rolls,
on.
the dill pickle rolls,
very
pizza
tough.
pockets.
It's very tough.
Yeah, it's a good place. Shout out Dog Patch. They do unbelievable stuff. Throw it up for me, Bert. The tail of the tape between our two goaltenders. Connor Ingram taking on Charlie Lindgren. And Ryder, look at that. 222 goals against with a 917 save percentage. I used to pray for times like this.
Yeah.
This is
Literally,
unbelievable.
When he's in net, it's the first time I've been comfortable watching a hockey game and having one of our goalies in net. Like, yeah, Skinner and the crew would always put up decent games occasionally, but I trust Ingram. And he eats up pucks. It's ridiculous. Like, his rebound control is something I haven't seen in decades.
It's beautiful stuff. He's once again only 9 games in, so the bottom could fall out. There's always potential for things to go wrong, but so far, so good, man. And Ingram, he's coming off a 27 save shutout against the St. Louis Blues, and he hasn't been in the net for 6 days.
Well, and
that's wild.
You can look at numbers and be excited, and yeah, they're good. But just watching him, I feel excited. It feels so calm in there. He's a Zen baby. He's like me when I got out of the cold tub.
You're a different man. You're a different man. Hangover cured.
He must be doing that daily.
You should have seen. So I'm in a cabin. Me and Reese are in one room. You and Lisa are in the other one.
Yes.
Shout out Patrick Puffs in the other one as well. But you guys had to do this ice dip thing, whatever, earlier this morning. Me and Reese, who were up very late last night, are laying in the bed, and the rider just kicks in the door like, it reminded me of being a kid and having your dad being like, 10 minutes, get up, bus is moving, with or without you, let's fucking go, man. And I was like, looking at Reese, I went, I do not envy you right now, brother. I'm going right back to bed. Like,
the funny thing is, he went from hung over when we got there, got in the sauna, got in the cold plunge. He left a new man.
He looked like a new man. He came up to me and he's like,
Beautiful.
How are you feeling? I went, I feel like death. I feel like death. He goes, man, why don't you just go jump in the thing over there? And I was like, shut up, Reese. I don't want to hear that right now. I don't want to hear that. Reese, just what a great guy. He's been one of the MVPs. He's also very good at hockey.
Unbelievably.
You're like a proud dad. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I was even like, that's my boy.
The story you guys told me last night when he went out to your comedy show or whatever.
Yeah.
We will leave that for not on the air, but unbelievable. You're a good man to your son, Reese. Your adopted son, Reese.
I'll take care of that boy for the rest of my life.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He was my intern. Now we pass him along.
Well,
he's the best. He's the
him.
best. Oh, and then on the other side, Charlie Lindgren is the starter for the Washington Capitals. Obviously, not having a great season. 888 save percentage. Brett, you want to throw that back up just for 1 second? Because I like what Amanda said. We have yellow on our side. It is very rare when the Edmonton Oilers have not one, but 2 goals against save percentage categories that they lead in.
Good
Unbelievable.
point,
and then Buff Snelda calls him Zengram. Connor Zengram.
Yeah, get it.
Kind of in on that. One. New merch. All right. Now we go to the away lineup, which is actually brought to you by the Jasper Pond Hockey Tournament. But register for next season, folks. I believe it is the same weekend every single year. So I already saw some people in the chat. One of my brother's buddies was in the chat here, and he goes, I'm going to text your brother right now, make sure we get a team going for next year. I would love to get some Bordato blood out there. He's good. I'm not.
I had high hopes for this weekend. I thought it was going to be awesome. Exceeded exponentially. This is maybe my favorite weekend I've ever had.
And you know what's funny is Tyler repeatedly, I finally made the cut to get out here. Once again, it's because I'm not much of a hockey player, but this is my first year coming out, and it's always been talked about that this is the best weekend of the season at Oilers Nation, and that, hey, Nation vacations are fun. And I was like, how could JPL be more fun than Vegas? It competes pretty well, man. It's beautiful. We also got amazing weather, cold, but not too cold by any means. Perfect ODR weather earlier for the 5 p.m. games there. It was snowing, coming down a little bit with the floodlights on the ice.
I think I was naked for at least 3 hours last night. No frostbite here.
Just roaming around. Unbelievable.
Just the jacket on.
You guys, where did you get this? Because this is actually unbelievable.
All right, this is a good story. So I go to Phoenix on a golf tournament. My buddy's there. He rolls in. I only kind of know the guy, but he was the most giving person I've ever met. buy a round of drinks for the entire bar and then leave. Like, not a
Ooh.
guy that's like
Yeah.
ostentatious. He doesn't want the credit, but
Not like me then.
I was like, that's the nicest jacket I've ever seen. He's like, try it on, and he's like, looks good, you can have it. I was like, get out of here. So I get home and I search it up. Guess how much it is?
$400.
$3,000.
Holy what?
This is
He just gave you a $3,000 jacket.
and he had bought it that morning. Yeah.
How
yeah.
rich? So we must be talking super rich then.
Well, like I don't know how rich he is. He's just
Forgive
like,
my language. I call that "fuck you" money.
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point, when you're just giving. Well, it looks good. It's been a hit. Also, good sweater action going here as
Thank
well.
you. This
Rider
was
Safe is best.
$11 for Old Navy. It feels like you're putting a $1,000 jacket on it, but
There's something suspect about that. There is something suspect about him just fucking handing you around. Hey, man, I don't need it anymore, dude.
Yeah, what do we got in there? Yeah.
What's that? What was the morning that he had? Where did he buy it?
okay, so here's the other story about the guy. We pull up to the bar, and like he's sober, picks us up, takes us to the bar, and he leaves his keys in the dash. And we're like, hey, you forgot your keys. And he's like, no, I want to find my keys tomorrow, and I know they'll be with my truck. He was just going to leave his truck unlocked in downtown Phoenix for an entire night. And if somebody steals it, they steal it.
Just get a new one.
Yeah.
Just get a new one. Can I be friends with this guy?
Yeah.
Because I want to start hanging around this guy.
Shout out to Jacko. That's his name. He's a
You're
legend.
cool.
He's
Jacko
cool.
sounds cooler. I'm going to
Way
say that
cooler
right
than me.
now. He sounds more willing to give me free stuff, which I'm all about. Bert, throw it up for me what we project to be the Washington Capitals lineup this evening. Top line, Connor McMichael with Dylan Strome and Ryan Leonard. Ryan Leonard scored twice in the Oilers' last game against the Caps. Alexei Protas, who also scored in their last meeting with Justin Sordiff and Tom Wilson. Third line, Alexander Ovechkin with Nick Dowd and Ethan Frank. Your fourth line, Brandon Duhaime with Hendrix Lapierre and Anthony Beauvillier. Your deep pairings, Martin Farabee with one John Carlson. Jacob Trickern, who is going to be in the lineup with Matt Roy. And then Rasmus Sandin with one Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Obviously, anytime Alexander Ovechkin comes to Edmonton, it is a big deal. I said Saturday night, I'm sure those ticket prices, but boy, they were going up in price. But he's having another solid season. He's actually tied for the team lead in points with Tom Wilson, who's played like 12 less games than one Ovi. But here he is, man, still doing it, still scoring goals. Already has 20 plus this season. And yeah, he's technically listed on the third line, but we know Alexander Ovechkin. The Capitals get that power play. It's just the inverse of Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah.
He's on the other side, and I always get jacked up and excited to watch Ovi play.
Well, it's rare too that a guy can like go from a black beard to a full-on gray beard and be almost as dominant. When's the last time we had a full-on Santa beard in the league? Ovi.
Yeah,
He's
like I'm
the
trying to
only guy
actually
with
think
that
of
salt
like
and pepper gray beard. Like that's a 45-year-old man's beard.
he's just a different species. He's just a
ridiculous.
different type. Obviously, we've
And,
seen the photos over the years as he
Yeah,
seems
yeah.
to have inflated, but that don't matter.
It's not like he played a light game all those years either. Like he is
He would
in the
throw
corners,
hits.
he's throwing hits, he's getting hit. Like that is a special career we've been able to watch.
Were you a Sid or an Ovi guy not growing up?
I
Whoops.
mean, like Team Canada, I absolutely love Sid, but Ovi, like even when they won the cup and the way he celebrated, I was like,
something about this
I'm
that I
also
respect.
an Ovi
yeah,
guy, yeah.
something about this that I can relate to.
Yeah.
I don't really relate to the hard work, diet, working out of Sidney Crosby. I relate to cousin
Yeah.
beers like Alexander
Hell
Ovechkin.
yeah, and
Now,
swearing.
fucking right. Absolutely. The other thing, like I was not an Ovi hater, but I was so a Sid guy that like I never
Yeah.
wanted anything good for Ovi until Sid got a couple cups. And then I was like, okay, Ovi can get one. Like he
Aw.
needs to get one
I'm
as long
so
as Sid will be in the
happy he
lead.
has one.
Man, I want one. I want one. Like,
Yeah.
look at the end of the day, Alexander Ovechkin, he's played for however many years, 20 plus seasons, but the dude got one cup. Yeah, there's not totally a lot of discussion of, hey, why didn't you get two? Why didn't you get three? Why aren't you a dynasty? He got one.
Sure.
That's all that
Yeah,
matters
yeah.
in professional sports these days. It's ring culture. Damn it, I want one. I want a ring.
Check it off. We
Check-
deserve it.
We deserve it.
And
Let's
it
go now.
starts tonight.
Ba-ba-ba! Let's go to Bordzy's Bankroll, brought to you by Bet365, where I realized, Brett, don't bring in Bordzy's Bankroll because I forgot to do it today. So we're just
Can
gonna-
I ask,
we're just
while
gonna think
you're
about it live.
figuring that out,
Yep.
what is the background of this right now? Is it buffalo chicken dip?
Oh, that I believe it's
Popcorn?
like like that. Like behind a dartboard, like
Ah.
where you like pin things
Yeah.
on. I think they were going for like the college
Every time I see
frat
it, I get
solo cup
hungry.
thing. Brett, put that back up
It
again. I
looks
want
like
to take
a-
a look at that.
That's a good. That's a buffalo chicken dip, maybe.
That could be a buffalo chicken dip.
Which
Now, I'm so hungry
shout
now.
out to buffalo chicken dip.
That's something we can all agree with and we can all get behind. So for this evening, as here, I'm just gonna scroll around a little bit. Okay, I actually have to place the first one that I got from Tyler earlier, plus
All right.
6,000. And then so let me ask you, who's the anytime goal scorer? Let's you and me make one right now.
All right.
Who's scoring a goal?
Ike Howard is probably due for a goal. How about
Dude,
that?
I wanted to say that, so
Yeah.
I'm so
All
happy
right.
you just said that.
Here, do the.
Let's go.
Have you done this before?
Nope.
This is my secret handshake. No.
Okay.
Milk it.
Clip the shit out of that. Just guys being dudes down here at the Jasper Park. Look,
What just happened?
you want me to tuck those hundreds? There was recently we were doing the 2016 like then versus now thing.
Yeah.
Did you see the photo that was put for bag milk? It was just a cow being milked, just the udders. And I was like, "Was that's a little bit graphic for me there." Respect the
awesome.
game, respect the hustle. So you know what? Tonight's only Bordzy bankroll play is an Iceman
Ike
goal.
Howard.
The
let's
best
get
looking
it.
guy here. He loves a white suit, and once again, that third line of Uncle Roslovic and Matt Savoy and Ike Howard.
Yeah.
They've been building towards something. It's been Matt Savoy scoring goals in back-to-back games. Tonight, it's the Iceman. The Iceman cometh. Okay, final question, and then we'll
Yeah.
head out of here.
Let's
We
get
got an amazing setup here. Look at the cool
Yeah.
lights they got over there as well.
Beautiful.
They were testing the mics earlier because we're going to do some trivia,
it. Yeah.
hot stove stuff as well. Keep it locked on the socials for all kinds of that content. Waz, Jack, RJ, they're doing just a bang. Look at them. They're just grinding away, filming absolutely everything. There's going to be a vlog
Living.
made from this weekend. I
Milk,
spit on you.
living, milking.
We'll
doing
get
it
we'll get
all.
that in there as well. That's so weird. I love it. I love it. Score prediction. Who's winning by how much?
We got a 5-3 Oilers win tonight.
Ooh, Tyler went with 5-2. You're going 5-3.
Yeah. How about
I'm
you?
gonna go with 4-3.
Ooh, okay.
Brett, I might need your voice to hop in here for 1 second on a Leon Draisaitl. Brett, if it went to an extra frame, how would you describe that goal?
Overtime winner.
Yeah, that just feels right in the ear holes. That
Maybe we get that
feels
tonight.
good. That will do it for us. Pre-gaming with Bordzy here. Don't worry. Do not fret. We'll be live as Waz is here. Score prediction.
5-2 Edmonton Oilers.
That's what Tyler said. Anytime goal scorer.
Zach Hyman.
Did you find the GoPro you lost for the last 36 hours?
We actually said secure it.
Attaboy, Waz.
Yeah.
You've never seen a guy more like, man, so
It
I lost.
was. Hit it. Oh, he's gone.
Was loses Tyler's expensive GoPro, doesn't really do anything
Nope.
about it for hours, just
nor
keeps
should he.
mentioning, I don't know where it is, guys. Tyler, lost your GoPro.
Sounds like
And-
a you problem.
And in classic Waz fashion, it just turned up and he was able to find it, gets off scot-free. Unbelievable weekend.
Hey,
Shout out Waz. It's been very funny to see Carter Hutton's reaction to like
Uh-huh.
meeting Waz and like, this guy's yeah, man, he's just Waz. It was like yesterday he sent in our massive group chat of 18 people how to make an espresso, or then he posted the video as well of how to make a coffee.
Interesting
Unbelievable
storyline,
stuff.
though. I couldn't figure out that Nespresso this morning. Guess where I went?
The tutorial.
I went
tutorial
to
from
Waz's
Waz.
social media and watched how to make a coffee.
Well, right there. That's
Helpful
why
fella.
there's one, the only Matthew Wozniak. We love him. Ryder, I love you. Shout out to Tyler.
Yeah.
Brett Holden producing behind the scenes as well, and our pal intern Tristan doing a bang up job. Don't worry, boys. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully 1 p.m. for the Patriots game. Good luck. We will be live for Oilers Nation After Dark at the conclusion of this hockey game, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a roundtable action. Everyone from the nation joining. And Ryder, something tells me there might be a couple beverages had between now and then.
Yeah, I don't think. Don't ask me to come back for the post game. This was enough.
This was enough. All right, we love you. We love everybody in the chat as well. Throw on your courtesy like on the way out. Make sure you are subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. I just laughed at Milk It Was. Milk It Was. That's our signal to leave. Boogie on out of here. Good luck in the Bet365 Battlegrounds. We will talk in a couple hours.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.